Hi guys, welcome back to LPB Racing for the BTCC support race series on Project Cars 2. This is round 4, our special event here in this championship, and we are doing the Porsche Carrera Cup GB and the Porsche 911 RSR R GT3 car. So let's take you through the grid for this race then. So at Snetterton 300 we have Johnny McMullen on pole position, followed by Video alongside him. Then it's TY in third, Bidzster in fourth, Neil is fifth, Keith sixth, the two teammates, NRP seventh, Stevie eighth. Then we've got Bradders in ninth and Blakeney rounds off the 10. So let's get ready for the start here, guys. Ready, revs rise, lights out, away we go, and Johnny McMullen gets a good start and just comes across, hits Video straight into the wall. That's not sporting that at all. Just moves straight across and puts Video in the wall, trying to defend his line into the corner, but moves across and just blocks him into the wall. Not good there by Johnny McMullen, very unclean. Down towards the hairpin then, McMullen leads the way. Bidzster's up to second, TY third, Video fourth, everyone else trying to be fifth. As we've got a few cars side by side, the two teammates Keith and Neil side by side at the hairpin, but Neil takes the position and Stevie's ahead of Blake further back, as we've got Blake up the inside of Bradders, and Bradders goes off there. I think that was Bradders' own mistake, but just goes wide there. Meanwhile, McMullen in the lead, TY being chased down by Video, NRP and Neil as we go out the corner there. As we go out there down towards Hamilton, there's NRP in the Jap Speed car, number 27. TY goes wide onto the grass. TY is on a wheel and he's just getting used to the settings. As we go into the next corner, he goes wide onto the grass and he's off and he's gone round. TY goes round. He's off camera here, but he's just there. He is getting back going again, and Bradders will be coming up to him soon as well. But meanwhile, on the back straight, on the Revit straight, it is Johnny McMullen in the lead of the race. Bidzster behind him, onto the brakes, into the hairpin. Bidzster goes, slides the car into there, really trying hard. He gets a good run out. Then we've got Neil, NRP and Video close together. Video goes a bit deep into the corner. Stevie right behind Keith, also in the background. As we go out the corner, Keith takes advantage, well, still keeps his advantage over Stevie for now. As we go right through Bomb Hole, down towards Coram. And out of Coram we go into Murray's, and it is McMullen in the lead from Bidzster still, but right behind him now, Bidzster harassing McMullen for the lead of this race. Then it's Video, NRP, Neil, Keith, Stevie, all in the same order here. As onto the straight, NRP gets a good run on Video there, gets a good run onto the straight. I think Video might have even just made a late gear change there, and then NRP pulled alongside into Riches, takes third place from him as Bidzster and Johnny side by side into the hairpin. Bidzster really challenging McMullen here. Out of the corner we go, down to the next section of track. Let's get a replay on those first lap action for you now. Here's a replay of the start on board with TY. Watch McMullen ahead, comes across to defend the line, but then just takes Video off into the wall, and that is just not on at all, and that is dirty beyond belief. As we come back from that, Neil far back up to there, and Stevie's in 6th place. The Video's gone backwards as well, and Stevie's got a very wrecked car there, and Video's got front end damage as well, and I think Blake's been off as well because he's further back with damage. So we'll just get some replays on that also. Okay, here's the first of the replays on that action with Video first. So into the corner we go, NRP on the inside, Video on the outside, and just loses the back end of the car and goes straight off into the wall and pirouettes round. And then continues, and then we see Blakeney and Stevie starting the start of their, we see the end of their incident. So we'll just get the start. Here is the incident on what happened to Stevie and Blake. So into the corner we go, Stevie on the inside. Oh, just a little touch there and just loses the back end of the car. It wasn't really Stevie's or Keith's fault, and Blakeney just tried to slow down from it all and had nowhere to go. So just a racing incident. As we come back from that then, Bidzster harassing McMullen for the lead of this race. McMullen, a very fast driver, but not the cleanest driver that we've got in LPB Racing by far. He's very aggressive. He says he drives like a touring car driver. No, he doesn't drive like a touring car driver. He drives like he's in Demolition Derby, from what I've seen so far. But let's see if Bidzster can show him a lesson or two as we go down to the chicane. We've got Bradders and TY. Bradders has passed TY. TY still struggling to get used to these new wheel settings. He's on the Logitech G29 for the... Well, it's one of the first times he's on it, and he's just struggling with the settings just while he gets used to it. But hopefully in time, TY will be back getting used to it. Now, it's only a wild card appearance for TY in this one, but we'll see if he can make a few more rounds this championship just due to work commitments, why he can't do it. Bidzster and McMullen still nose to tail then as we go onto the start-finish straight, onto the centre straight, over the start-finish line, together over the line. Bidzster still trying to do anything he can to try and get past McMullen. Into Rich as we go. Sliding the car into the apex. Bidzster, a very fast line through that first corner. Definitely faster than McMullen. He's just went onto the grass a bit there, so couldn't quite go for a move. Into the corner we go and gets a good run. Oh, he's tapped the back of McMullen. Just got a bit of a slide onto the way into the corner. The rear end slid round. Couldn't really slow it down, but sportingly lets Johnny McMullen through. And that's a lesson that Johnny McMullen could learn if he's to remain in this group. There's NRP in 4th place. I mean, I know I sound like I'm having a go at Johnny McMullen, guys, but I mean this in the best of intentions. But he's not the cleanest person, and he doesn't seem to think that anything's his fault. So. Bit of a prima donna, to be honest, but we'll see if he can improve over time. But we'll have to see, because we don't take that kind of attitude in LPB racing. We like to keep things on a clean slate. We like to keep things nice and clean, and most of all have fun. That's what we're here to do this group for. I enjoy doing all these commentaries and that as well. So it's just a shame when someone just gets so big-headed that they spoil it. But you know, you can't always have it your own way. As Neil Farmack then up into 3rd, NRP down to 4th, so Neil Farmack making progress in this one then. So the Machucha car with Keith, his teammate, he's back in 5th actually, so Keith's not doing too bad in this one, in 5th place. Not doing a bad job at all, he's back in 5th place. See, we've got Video just going back down the order, I think. I think he just had a bit of a mistake there, so Video goes back down to 8th. Probably still a bit rattled by that instance at first with Johnny McMullen, so we'll have to see, because that was not on by McMullen at the start of the race, just blatantly moving across, automatically trying to defend his line early, and ends up putting Video in the wall. So you can't just move across at the start of a race without getting a good start, because otherwise you'll end up taking people out into the wall, which is what he did. So Bidzster still trying to push to catch up to him. So I mean, in the best way. I mean, Johnny McMullen, he's got some good pace, and he's a very, very fast driver. I can't take that away from him. And but he has got a bit of an ego to him, and he's quite big-headed off the screen. So we'll see if we can iron that out. But if not, then I don't think we'll be seeing him next week, so we don't want it to spoil the group morale. But hopefully he can keep things positive. Into the hairpin we go. Agostini out the Agostini hairpin. Bidzster gets a bit of a twitch there. Can't quite catch him. Let's have a little look back at the other battle then. So NRP, even though he's being passed by Neil, he's still keeping up with him as he just goes sideways there and hits the curb, and goes a bit off track there. But yeah, NRP, he's still staying with Neil Farmack, so good on him for keeping up with the pace. Stevie's the man on the move in this race though. Stevie's the man on the move, because he's catching Keith here, even though his car's not very aerodynamically, let's say, best. It's not really the best aerodynamic car, but he's giving it a good go. He's got a bit more wing angle on the car now, and it's definitely a lot shorter. It looks like the back end looks like a BMW Z4 in the best way possible, you know, with the shorter back end, but and the front end definitely looks like it's been in a demolition derby. So at the corner, Keith goes wide onto the grass, and Stevie's just in the right place at the right time to take advantage. And 5th place is Stevie's. Keith will be kicking himself after that. Lost a place, but let's see if he can keep his momentum up and catch him. Meanwhile, Johnny McMullen's pulled out a bit of a gap on Bidzster here, so Bidzster must have made a little bit of error on the last lap. 47.6 for Johnny, 48.4 for Bidzster. So we'll see if the gap can come down near towards the end of the race. We're just over halfway now in this race, and Stevie then trying to catch up to NRP, who's the next man on his hit list. But NRP still staying with Neil. He's actually closed the gap up a bit there. Very early line into that corner, and that's what happens when you go out the corner if you take the early line. So it was fast on the way in, NRP, but didn't quite work out for the way out. So probably just try and middle apex for that corner. That might help you out in future. As we go round the corner there, down to the Agostini hairpin. Farmack just having a little bit more of a gap there after NRP's little mistake, so a little bit more breathing room for him. But one person that cannot breathe is still NRP, because Stevie's closing up to him there. Stevie definitely, like I said before, the man on the move in this race. Video still back in 8th place, TY 9th, and Bradders has gone right back down. He's quite a way behind TY now. He's on 12 seconds behind TY, and just not really loving these cars, I don't think. So we'll see if the other tracks suit him a bit more. as we carry on through these races, as Johnny McMullen and Bidzster sliding his way into the corner there. Really trying. Bidzster in the background, really pushing hard with all he can. Round the bomb hole goes McMullen, with Bidzster following suit there in the blue and orange car. Typical Bidzster for a special event, got to have some form of orange on his car. That's just the Bidzster way. As we go into Coram, little tap of the brakes there, just to slow down the car as Johnny McMullen goes wide. Bidzster does subsequently run wide as well, but not as much as what Johnny did, and that'll help him close up slightly, but he's still got a bit of work to do here. So McMullen's starting to make a few mistakes then. So he's fast in the initial part, but as you can feel someone pressurising him, I think he's just letting it start to get to him a bit. As Bidzster drifts his way through Richards. Brilliant drifting skills there from Bidzster. As we look at Blakeney back here, he's actually been caught by video slowly now. So Blakeney in the slightly battered blue car there, being caught by a slightly battered red car of video. It's only slightly battered though, just a little bit, just a bit of damage at the front, but all the rest of the car looks quite nice at the minute. There's NRP and Stevie closing up to NRP here, so still quite close to him here. NRP just going slow, he's slowly losing touch with Neil. He goes wide there as well at turn 3, down towards turn 4 we go. Agostini hairpin. Into the Agostini hairpin we go, and Stevie's right on him now, right behind NRP. The pressure is on. Let's see how good NRP can soak up this pressure and see if it can keep on to this 4th place as we go through Hamilton, the fast corner. NRP running a bit wide there onto the dirt. That's going to put dirt on his tyres for the braking zone. Into the hairpin there at the other end as NRP runs wide. Stevie gets a good run out the corner, and through Williams, Stevie takes 4th place. NRP does get a bit of a good cutback though for a good line onto the straight, but I don't think it's going to be enough now. Stevie's pulling away now, so Stevie then definitely up into 4th place. Let Stevie can hold on to it through the little chicane here at Brundle, into Brundle, and then into the little S bit here. And yeah, nice line through there by both drivers there. Stevie holding on to his position. Meanwhile, Bidzster still 1.1 seconds behind Johnny. It's coming down slowly. So Bidzster pushing hard here. Try and catch McMullen. NRP still just got to try and stick with Stevie now, like he tried to do with Neil earlier. As we both take, again, both very good lines through there. Blakeney's still ahead of Video, further back in 7th place. Video still holding on to 8th. And TY, I think he's just about getting used to the settings now. Back in 9th place, round Coram. Nice line through there. Let's watch him through Murray's the last corner. A lot better there for TY, a lot faster now. So let's see if we can start catching some more people up. 2 laps to go in this race then, and Bidzster's half the gap between himself and McMullen here. Down towards Agostini. Johnny runs a little bit wide there, but gets a good cutback line for the way out. So still not giving up. Bidzster still trying to push. Into Hamilton we go. Bidzster using that slight more touring car line there, taking a bit more curb, using the Bidzster style, sort of a open wheel / touring car style for Bidzster. And round Williams we go, sliding the back end of the car out. Lovely lines there as we go through back with NRP, and Stevie is past him obviously, but now let's see if Stevie can catch Neil, because last lap he was about 6/10 faster than Neil last time round, so we'll have to see if he can keep that pace up, because that might mean at the end of the next lap, the last lap, he might be closer to him. And speaking of closer, Bidzster's right behind McMullen now, so McMullen must have made a little error somewhere, and Bidzster's right on the back of him now. Round Coram we go, about to start the last lap of this race. McMullen versus Bidzster. Into the last corner, out of it we go, onto the straight. Bidzster gets a good run there, he's in the draft, this could be the move. Down towards the next corner, let's see if Johnny over aggressively defends like he usually does in the past, but he's just defending slightly, but no, he's just not defending too much, but he goes a little bit wide. Bidzster's up the inside like a shot, straight to the inside goes Bidzster, down towards the hairpin, the Montreal hairpin. Into the corner we go, Bidzster gets through, takes position, Johnny goes for the cutback, and he runs Bidzster off the road, doesn't give him he's supposed to give a car's width of racing room to Bidzster, but he just runs him clean off the road there. That's not on that is such dirty racing there by McMullen. That is not on at all. You're supposed to leave a car's width on the way out. That wasn't running wide, that was just opening the steering up on purpose and pushing Bidzster off the track. That is not on, that is forcing another car to leave the circuit, and Johnny McMullen will definitely end up with a penalty for that, I would imagine. So Johnny McMullen then in the lead for now, but let's see if he keeps the lead after the race. If he wins it, that is. We'll have to see if Bidzster can still get past him in this last half lap, because it's not over yet. Bidzster will be having red mist now, and he'll try and get past him. Just a quick brief look back to Stevie and Neil. Stevie catching Neil Farmack up here, but I don't think it's going to be enough unless Neil makes him a little mistake in this last half a lap. I don't think Stevie's going to get through on Neil, but again, we'll have to keep posted and see. Video and TY close together as well, 4/10 apart. So that's another good battle to watch as we round off this race. But quickly back to Bidzster and McMullen then, as they come around the bomb hole and through Coram now, into the last few corners. Coram and then Murray's is left. McMullen is ahead. Bidzster's got to try and do something here if he can. Bidzster goes wider and into the corner. Gets to a good run out. Tries to get a good run out of the corner. He's catching him. Bidzster's got a good run here. How aggressive will McMullen be? Bidzster moves out, but McMullen takes the win. Bidzster finishes second, but we've got to see if that result stands after the penalties. So Johnny McMullen wins for now. There's Neil Farmack comes across the line then. He's held Stevie off. Stevie closed up by another half second, but Neil holds on to third. Well done to third position for Neil. Fourth for Stevie. NRP's happy with fifth place there. Good position by him. Keith will be happy-ish with sixth. He could have got a fourth or a fifth in that race, but not bad for Keith there in sixth place. Blakeney will finish in seventh there. Well done to Blakeney in seventh. And then Video's kept TY off because TY's gone backwards here, so TY's made some kind of error on that last lap, and we'll get a quick replay of that for you. Okay, here's the replay what happened to TY on the last lap then. So he's closing to Video, he's within a second of him, and into Brundle we go, just catches the curb on the inside, and round he goes. And then we try and get a camera on him. There he is, he's into the wall, he's got to reverse now and sort himself out, but that's how he ended up spinning off the track. As we come back from that, there's TY, and he's recovered from that, and he's got going again in 9th place and about to cross the line in 9th position. And Bradders will round off the 10, but he's just reset there. Not a good race for Bradders there, not getting used to this car very quickly, and hopefully we've got 3 more races to try and see if we can get some more places. So unlucky Bradders, better luck next time, my friend. So we'll just get those results confirmed for you now, guys. Okay guys, here's the results from that end. So it's actually Bidzster who wins the race because Johnny McMullen gets penalised for the incidents with the Video at the start and Bidzster further on in the race. So it was Bidzster who won, then it was Neil in second, Stevie third, NRP fourth, Keith in fifth, Blakeney in sixth, Video in seventh, then eighth it was TY, ninth was Bradders, and Johnny McMullen goes down all the way down to 10th place. So, as we come back from that then, your winner is Bidzster, because Johnny McMullen got demoted with penalties and ends up coming in 10th place. So Johnny McMullen has his win stripped and goes straight back down to 10th. Bidzster wins the race. So congratulations to Bidzster, and we'll see you guys next time for the race at Donington Park National. We'll see you then, guys. Take care.